Hello student, welcome to you in biology class. Pooja Nashikar madam from Ferguson College, Pune. Hope whatever we have done in previous part, you have studied all the concept in detail. You have taken out your own notes. Previous lecture we have completed all about female, which is also called as menstrual cycle. Even in the last part of that cycle, we have also started the next important process, gametogenesis. In gametogenesis, two different types we are going to study. First one is spermatogenesis. Listen carefully, student. You are going to take out your own notes. You are going to compare the two important processes which we are going to study today, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Let us start with spermatogenesis with the help of PowerPoint presentation. Okay, student, what is exactly meaning of the term spermatogenesis? We will study in detail. See here, primordial cell. Each entire process of spermatogenesis is completed in three phases. There are three phases. First phase is multiplication. Second important phase is growth phase. And third important phase is nothing but, see, the first important phase in spermatogenesis, it is nothing but the multiplication phase. Second one is growth phase. And third one is maturation phase. Listen carefully. Try to understand all the concept, because most of the time in your competitive exam, sometime there are some multiple choice type of the questions, some calculations are there. In the starting here, say student, whatever the primordial type of the follicles. Yes. So primordial cell, it undergoes multiplication, which is mitotic type of the cell division. Two successive mitotic division takes place. So single cell will divide into two will divide into four. Whatever four cells are formed, which are diploid, because this is simple mitotic type of the cell division, that cells are called as spermatogonia. So this is what is the first phase of spermatogenesis. During second phase, each spermatogonium will undergoes growth. Of course, there is growth takes place in this. There is no any division, mitosis, meiosis. It is simple type of the growth occurs during this phase. It is called as growth phase. So as to give rise to spermatogonia will give rise to primary spermatocyte. Now you will understand, student. Whenever we have drawn, we have studied about the histology of testes. That time so many labels were there. स्पर्मॅटोगोनियम, प्रायमरी स्पर्मॅटोसाइट, सेकंडरी स्पर्मॅटोसाइट, स्पर्मॅटिड. आता तुम्हाला शांतपणे लक्षात येईल की कुठली फेज कशी आहे. नाव single spermatocyte. See here, this single spermatocyte, it will undergo. Now every time all the spermatogonia will undergoes development, growth phase and maturation phase. But here we will study, say now, how primary spermatocyte undergoes maturation phase, which is a kind of meiosis. We know meiosis is completed in two substages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. During meiosis 1, primary spermatocyte will give rise to secondary spermatocyte. Now this is only the reduction division. Now here 2n type of the chromosome, see here this is diploid set will now become haploid, because meiosis 1, it is a kind of reductional division. Then secondary spermatocyte will give rise to that of the spermatid. Meiosis 2, which is as good as mitosis. And then spermatids will give rise to spermatozoa over here. Say now, so starting from single primary spermatocyte, 4 male gamete, 4 spermatozoa are produced. Or starting from secondary spermatocyte, each secondary spermatocyte will give 2 spermatozoa. So question kasa hai, accordingly your answer will change. Say now, what is spermatogenesis? It takes place in testes in mature males. From one spermatogonium, 4 haploid sperms are produced. Do you understand, student? One spermatogonium, this is plural form, spermatogonia. A single spermatogonium gives rise to 4 haploid male gamete called as sperms. At the end of second meiotic division, when second meiosis is completed, that time 4 haploid spermatids are produced. This spermatids undergoes, no confusion, see now, they undergo spermatogenesis so as to produce the sperms. Spermatogenesis continues from maturity till death. When we will study about oogenesis, that time you will come to know, because in exam you will have a question on distinguish between spermatogenesis and oogenesis. So it is totally, there are so many important points. Spermatogenesis, it continues from maturity in case of male till end of the life. Now let us study with oogenesis. What PGC stands for? Primordial germ cell. Now we have studied about development of the ovary. Now whatever that primordial germ cell, again the stages for oogenesis are also same. Which is the first stage? Multiplication phase. Which is the second? Growth phase. Which is the third one? Maturation phase. But the growth and development comparative to spermatogenesis, in oogenesis it is little different. Now whatever primordial germ cell will undergoes two successive mitotic division so as to form oogonia. We already have studied process of oogenesis in human female starts before the birth of that female baby only. Now whatever this oogonium, every month only single oogonium will undergoes further process, not all the oogonia. And that's to the reproductive age. In case of female, it is from puberty till menopause. Now secondary oocyst, see now, this oogonium will undergoes growth phase, it increases in size so as to form primary oocyst. Primary oocyst now undergoes maturation phase, but here it is different. It is not like that of spermatogenesis. During first meiotic division, equal nuclear division but unequal cytoplasmic division takes place. Nuclear division is equal. Here this is called secondary oocyst, this is called first polar body. In both of them, number of chromosomes are 23, but cytoplasm division is unequal. Now further, listen carefully student what I am explaining. Secondary oocyst to ovum, this is not taking place in prior. Whenever there is a chance of fertilization, at the time of fertilization when the sperm will rupture the membrane of the ovum, means secondary oocyst, that time the second type of the meiotic division, actually the secondary oocyst undergoes meiosis too. Again same type of the phases, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, but when this secondary oocyst will undergo, prophase is completed, at metaphase it will be arrested. So many times in exam the question is there, the conversion or the completion of secondary oocyst to ovum takes place at, but it is arrested at metaphase and then it will be completed only at the time of fertilization. If there is no fertilization, no completion of secondary oocyst to ovum, the whatever female gamete is given out, it is simply in the form of secondary oocyst itself. So hope student तुम्हाला समजलं असेल spermatogenesis and oogenesis basic differences. See now, it takes place in ovaries in mature females. From one oogonium, one haploid ovum is formed. At the end of first meiotic division, when meiosis occurs, that is called as third phase of oogenesis, right? During that meiosis, we know it is completed in two stages, meiosis 1, meiosis 2. At the end of first meiotic division, secondary oocyst is formed. The second meiotic division takes place in secondary oocyst, but it is arrested at metaphase. Means it is not completed, it will be arrested. Secondary oocyst is released from the ovary during ovulation. होप स्टुडंट तुम्हाला समजलं असेल, थोडंसं लक्षात येण्यासाठी काही वेळेस कन्फ्युजन होतं. सो फ्रॉम ओव्हरी whatever Graafian follicle is there, when ovulation takes place, what is given out? So now listen carefully, label carefully at the time of drawing diagram. बरेचदा स्टुडंट म्हणतात काय फरक आहे मॅडम सेकंडरी ओसिस्ट अँड ओवम? नो, this is secondary oocyst. It completes its entire growth and development only at the time of fertilization. If ovum is fertilized, then only remaining division takes place and female gamete ovum is formed. Oogenesis continue from menarche till menopause. Hope आता तुम्हाला समजलं असेल menarche starting of menstrual cycle, menopause stoppage of menstrual cycle, and menarche to menopause is called reproductive age of the female. So this is how, student, we have completed about, yes, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. During spermatogenesis, male gamete sperms are produced. During oogenesis, female gamete ovum or egg is produced. This is just the generalized structure. In order to study the structure of, now in detail we will study what is the structure of male gamete, that is sperm, and what is the structure of female gamete, that is ovum. बघा डायग्राम मध्ये कसं डिफरन्स दिसतो आहे. स्पर्म elongated, motile, having 4 different types of the part. Again we are going to study head, middle, tail, but ovum, it is immotile, it is not having any subparts. It is large comparative to that of the sperm, right? Oh, means what you can say, sperms are many, millions, because all the spermatogonia undergoes further growth and maturation phase. But in oogenesis, at a time only one oogonium develops so as to form the secondary oocyst. So their number is less. Let us study one by one what is the structure of male gamete and female gamete. Structure of human sperm. Say now, there are 4 different parts. Means the first anterior-most part of the sperm, this part is called as head region. This small connection between head and that of the body, it is called as neck. Then this is called as body, or it may be called as middle piece, and last part is called as tail. Now head of the sperm, it mainly shows, say now, sperm, these are microscopic, elongated, haploid, motile male gamete. Every word is having meaning. Microscopic, they are very small. See, the size of the sperm is 60 micron, or you can say 0.055 millimeter in length. It is elongated, haploid, motile. Because of the tail, it continuously shows some sort of the movement. It is motile type of the gamete, measuring about 0.055 millimeter in length. Sperm remains viable for 72 hours. More or less, their lifespan, viability is 72 hours, but can fertilize the ovum in first 12 to 14 hours only. They are highly potent during first 12 to 14 hours. Sperm show following part. Which are the different parts of the sperm? Say, first important part of the sperm is head. This anterior type of the part, spoon-like part, flat, oval region consisting of large nucleus and acrosome. आता 8वा स्टुडंट कुठलं न्यूक्लियस असणार आहे? Yes, it is haploid type of the nucleus having 23 chromosomes, because right now only we have completed. After meiosis, the sperms are produced. So these are haploid. So this is what is the nucleus having 23 chromosomes. Now, an acrosome at the anterior tip of the sperm, whatever acrosome, which is mainly formed because of the Golgi complex. So it secrete enzyme. Its function is expected. Very important part. At the time of fertilization, it plays very important role. Which enzyme is secreted by acrosome? Hyaluronidase enzyme, which helps the sperm in penetration of the egg during fertilization. Every step is interrelated. Once we complete this, then when we proceed for study of fertilization, that time what will happen? How exactly whatever the hyaluronidase type of the enzyme is helpful for penetration of the egg, that you will understand. Now, neck of the sperm, this much of the small part. Neck, it is very short region having 2 centriole. See here, there are 2 centriole, proximal and distal centriole. Now middle piece, this body of the sperm is called as middle piece. It has an axial filament surrounded by, see, if you observe it carefully, suppose this is what is the head of the sperm. If you observe from the center, here the filament runs. This filament is called as axial filament. It runs by 10 to 14 spiral turns of mitochondria. Are you getting here? Now surrounding to, suppose this is what is the axial filament, and the mitochondria, they are present in the form of spiral turn. Such a type of arrangement of mitochondria, it is called as Nibenkan. It produces energy necessary for movement of sperm. Already we have studied sperms are highly motile, so they require continuous supply of energy. So energy is provided by the sperm by mitochondria. Where they are present? Mitochondria are located in middle piece, body region, tail. Tail is long, slender, and tapering structure formed by cytoplasm. Tail helps the sperm to swim, that is, its motile action. Whatever tail is there, it helps the sperm to swim, that is, its motile action continues from menarche till menopause. Now let us study with structure of ovum. How female gamete ovum is dissimilar from that of the male gamete, that is sperm. Structure of female gamete, ovum. The ovum discharged by the ovary during ovulation is actually secondary oocyte. You understand it better. Whatever ovum is released, the ovum discharged by the ovary during ovulation is actually a secondary oocyst. Now let us study which are the different parts, which are the different membranes. Now, it is non-cladoic, means what? Without shell, and microlacithal. Lacithal if it depends upon the presence or absence of the yolk granules. But if number of yolk granules which are present, they are there but they are very less, then the type of the egg is called as microlacithal. And it is not having shell, so the name is given as non-cladoic. It is largest cell of the body. Can you imagine, student? Largest cell of the body, which is about 0.1 millimeter, that is 100 micron. It is rounded, non-motile, haploid female gamete. Can you recall? Can you immediately compare male upon sperms bagitle, elongated, having tail, it is motile, but it is rounded, it is non-motile, it is large. See here, it is 100 micron, there it is 60 micron, it is non-motile, that one was motile. The cytoplasm of the egg is called ooplasm. Whatever cytoplasm is present here in the egg, this is also called as ooplasm. Now, the egg is surrounded by various coverings, its membrane. The egg membrane is called as vitelline membrane. What is the name of this membrane? See the membrane which is surrounding to that of the egg. It is called as vitelline membrane. It secretes a non-cellular glycoprotein. Membrane is only having tendency to secrete non-cellular glycoprotein membrane called zona pellucida on its outside. Adhering to the surface of zona pellucida are several radially elongated cells forming corona radiata. See student, here outer layer you are getting. See follicle cells of corona radiata. How exactly that cells are arranged over there. So hope student you understand till here what is exactly the structure of female gamete, that is secondary oocyst, how it develops into ovum. Now once we complete formation of male gamete, female gamete, gametogenesis, oogenesis, then structure of male gamete and female gamete, the next important part, the next important process in growth and development is fertilization. Let us see how fertilization takes place. What is exactly the definition of fertilization? It is the process during which fusion of a haploid male gamete and a haploid female gamete takes place so as to form diploid zygote. लक्षात येतंय का? एक haploid male gamete means having 23 chromosomes, haploid female gamete having 23 chromosomes. The fusion takes place so as to form diploid zygote, that is having 46 chromosomes. Mechanism of fertilization. How exactly the process takes place? First of all, insemination. Discharge of semen. Semen, male reproductive discharge containing male gametes into the vagina copulation is called as insemination. Sperm swims across the vagina, uterus and reach the fallopian tube. into which secretion of fallopian tube activates the sperm. Student, recall now about fallopian tube. आठवतंय female reproductive system बघत असताना we have studied the structure of the fallopian tube, how exactly different parts of the fallopian tube, this is called as ostium. Then here is the what you can say femoral region. Then the means what you can say secondary oocyst, it will reach over here. This is little dilated portion called as ampulla. Now, when the sexual intercourse takes place, the sperm will travel via uterus till to that of the fallopian tube. पण कुठली एक्झॅक्ट साईट आहे? सपोज एक्झाम मध्ये क्वेश्चन असेल विच इज द साईट ऑफ फर्टिलायझेशन. ampulla region of the fallopian tube is the exact site of fertilization. Sperms swim across vagina, uterus and reach to the fallopian tube, in which secretion of fallopian tube activates the sperms. So in this way, they swim and they will activate whatever the fallopian tube internally they secrete, and still the sperms will be more and more active. Say now, movement of the sperm towards the eggs. It involves capacitation of the sperms reaching the vagina. As many as 50% are destroyed. 50% sperm, they may undergo death, they may get destroyed. Remaining sperm undergoes capacitation, but though 50% there are in millions, the sperms are many. What is the speed of the sperm when they travel, when they reach? And average speed is about 1.5 to 3 millimeter per minute. This is what is the speed of the sperm. The sperm reach up to the ampulla as a result of their own swimming and partly by contraction of uterus and fallopian tube. See, both of them are equally participating. First is of course because of the sperm, they by their own movement of swimming. But at the same time, uterus and fallopian tube will also partly contract. Sperms can remain viable for 24 to 48 hours. Already we have studied their lifespan, though it is 72 hours, but they are highly potent in the starting 12 to 14 hours. See now what this entire diagram suggests. This is what is the oocyst. This is secondary oocyst. Still it has not completed its 100% growth and development. When the sperm is successfully rupturing the membrane of the secondary oocyst, that time the second meiotic division, where it is arrested at metaphasic stage, it is arrested in second meiotic division, that will be completed, right? And then secondary oocyst will give rise to that of the ovum. Alay ka lakshat? Exactly at the time of fertilization. Now, second polar body, because when second division takes place earlier, the first secondary oocyst and first polar body is formed. When second meiotic division will be completed, second polar body and ovum will be formed. That is why it is given as fertilization. See, the head of the sperm along with the nucleus enters, and the tail, it will be it can be distracted, it can be cut. Entry of sperm into the egg. Out of 200 to 400 millions of the sperms, only few hundred manage to reach the sperm after reaching the secondary oocyst, coming to lie against it. Whatever secondary oocyst is there, for example, if this is what is the secondary oocyst having vitelline membrane, zona pellucida, followed by zona pellucida is corona radiata, radiating cells which are present just surrounding to it. So, large number of sperms are present, number of sperms will travel, they will get arranged, see here, opposite to it, because the sperms are many, they are in millions. And what you can say, the secondary oocyst is single, so many sperms will remain attached from outside to that of the ovum. Penetration of the sperm. As soon as they will articulate from the wall, whatever now we have studied about the structure of the sperm anteriorly, here it is having acrosomal cap. This acrosomal cap secrete that hyaluronidase enzyme. Say now, the secondary oocyst release from the ovary secrete a glycoprotein. Before that, how they remain articulated to the wall of the egg. The secondary oocyst release from the ovary secretes a glycoprotein called as fertilizin, whereas the head of the sperm secrete anti-fertilizing. लक्षात येते का स्टुडंट? सेकंडरी oocyst fertilizing, head of the sperm anti-fertilizing, and because of this chemical action means the sperms remain articulated to the wall of the secondary oocyst. There is fertilizing anti-fertilizing reaction that takes place between the oocyst and the sperm. Due to this reaction, the sperm head is adhered to the surface of the oocyst. Adhere, attach, चिटकलेलं असणार आहे तिथे. The acrosome of the sperm, once they articulate, now the further reaction takes place. Now whatever acrosome of the sperm, it starts secreting the enzyme hyaluronidase. This enzyme, काय करणार आहे that enzyme? It will hydrolyzes the hyaluronic acid. See now, whatever these corona radiata cells are there, no, they are compactly arranged. हे corona radiata cell compact असतात because they remains adhere because of hyaluronic acid. दिसतंय का इकडे student? Secreted by follicular cells. Now what this acrosome does, it secretes hyaluronidase enzyme. What this enzyme does, it will go on dissolving this acid and slowly it will clear its path to enter into the wall of the secondary oocyst. See this diagram, what it indicates. First of all, in the first diagram, what they have suggested, the secondary oocyst is there, which is surrounded by large number of the sperm. All the sperm try to get enter into the wall of this secondary oocyst. Now in the second, as soon as any single sperm rupture the wall of the OMC, here it enters, the second polar body will be formed. Then first and second, now here both the nuclei, these are supposed to be called as male and female pronuclei inside a single membrane. Now fusion between male and female pronuclei, that is male and female chromosome, occurs so as to form, now that process is called as amphimixis, and thus zygote formation is completed. Hope you understand about entire process of fertilization. Hello student, hope you understand all about fertilization. Before process of fertilization, we have completed about, yes, spermatogenesis, oogenesis. Then structure of male gamete and female gamete. Followed by this, in today's part, we have completed all about the process of fertilization, how exactly male gamete and female gamete will unite so as to form zygote. Thank you, student.